Hey everybody, it's Katie. Yes, I'm in my car. Both hands are on the wheel, don't worry. I just wanted to take this opportunity to share a story with you that I think might be helpful and insightful. I was having a conversation with a client yesterday, and she was all upset because she had been doing very well with her eating plan throughout the week. However, she found herself on Saturday face to face with a huge plate of, those bakery cookies with the icing on the top, the sugar cookies with the icing on the top. I mean, they're amazing. I get it. But she found herself face to face with this plate of cookies and felt powerless. This was her word. Around them. Like, she felt like those cookies held all the power for her, and she went on and on this internal battle in her head about whether or not she should have one, until she finally caved and not only had one but two. Then she went on to have her lunch out, and because she had had those two cookies, she felt like, well, screw it, I've already messed up, and she went on to order a meal that was not healthy or good and didn't make her feel well. So she went from having, not one but two cookies, and then because of that had a really bad meal, and the combination of all three just made her feel awful. She felt awful physically, and she was feeling really bad emotionally because she felt guilt and shame, and that she had no power and no control, and that she'd blown all of her progress for the week. So we spent quite a bit of time talking about this, and there's a couple takeaways that I want to share with you. First of all, food does not have power over you. Even if you feel like it does, it doesn't. Food is an inanimate object, just like, look up wherever you're sitting right now. If you're at a desk, look at the stapler, look at the keyboard. If you're driving, look, I see a stoplight. That cookie should have as much power over her as the stapler on her desk, the stoplight in front of me right now. It is an inanimate object. The only power that food has, that cookie, that pizza, that chocolate, that wine, whatever, the only power that has over you is the power that you give it. When you can regain that power in your mind and remember that you're the one in control and that you are actually the only one who has control of what goes in your mouth, then that food or whatever it is can lose that power. So all of that being said, the bottom line is we're still human, right? We have human tendencies and we have cravings, and even if we're doing really well and we know that it's not technically on plan, that shit looks good and sometimes we want it. So there's a couple ways she could have approached this, or you can approach this situation in the future, that might help you avoid the guilt, the shame, the spiral eating after the fact. So first of all, if she sees the cookie, you see the cookie or whatever it is, you decide that you really want the cookie. So what you can do is decide you're going to eat the cookie without guilt, without shame. You take the cookie, you don't eat it in a rush, in like a secretive rush. You enjoy it, you indulge, you savor, you eat it slowly. You appreciate that this is something special, that this is not something that you get all the time, and you enjoy it. And hopefully having that one cookie and enjoying it, in that manner will be enough. If you still feel like, oh my God, I need more, and you decide to go for another one, so be it. One or two cookies is not going to ruin all of your hard work and all of the progress you've made, so long as you auto-correct immediately, like with your very next meal, with your very next choice. Just because you had two cookies does not necessarily mean you need to go have nachos for lunch. Because you had two cookies, actually, even more importantly, you choose something really clean and healthy for lunch. Maybe something a little lighter, like a side salad, something to just kind of get you right back on track and not continue down that spiral path of, oh, I already had two cookies, so screw it, I'm gonna eat like crap the rest of the day. So you're feeling physically horrible and emotionally horrible for the next potentially week, right? I mean, this can go, these thoughts and feelings that we have about some of our food choices can go on for a long time. So that was choice one, right? You make the choice to indulge, you enjoy it, you savor it, you don't eat it with guilt, you don't eat it in secret, you make the choice. You have the power, you also have the power for the next right step, right? Which is gonna be something clean, you're gonna get right back on track. Another option is to say, hey, you know what? That cookie looks damn good. That's one of my favorite treats, but I have had an awesome week. I am eating super clean. I am feeling really good. I know that cookie's gonna make me feel crappy. I know that I'm gonna feel bad about it afterwards. So I choose to have the power. I choose not to have that cookie right now. I'm gonna go on and have a healthy lunch. I'm gonna eat something that makes my body feel good, that serves my body, that makes me continue to feel empowered. And you know what? If I still want a cookie, if that motherfucker is still in my brain after lunch, pardon my French, then I'm gonna help myself to the bakery and go buy a damn cookie. It is not the end of the world. It is not a nuclear bomb. It is not a hurricane. It is a cookie. It does not have power over you. You have the choice. You have the choice. It does not have to ruin your world. So make the choice, whether it's in the moment, I'm going to own this, I'm going to eat it, I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to move on. Or, you know what? I'm going to stick with my plan, and if it's still in my mind later, damn it, I'm going to have a cookie. So, to reiterate, food does not have power over you. You have the power. We need to work and flex that mindful muscle, right? This is what has the power, nothing else, which is why I'm constantly recommending meditation or mindfulness type exercise to strengthen that mental muscle so we are less reactive. We are able to take a step back and say, you know what? I don't think I'm going to react immediately to that plate of cookies and shove one in my mouth. Or I'm going to think about this for a moment, and if I still decide to have it, fine. But again, when we're in control here, when this muscle is strong and on point and in shape, then everything else, it's easy. It's easy. Make the choices that you want and move on. Move on. Autocorrect. You have the tools. You can get back on track with clean eating. So that's really all I wanted to say. You're not powerless, I promise. And if you feel this way, and if you feel like you need more tools, then just reach out to me and let me know. This is a lot of what I do. You're not alone. I feel this way about some things sometimes. It happens. But I don't want you to feel that way, and I also don't want you to feel physically and emotionally shitty after making a choice that you deem bad or wrong. So that's all for today, friends. I am off to get my hair done. Hence this, it's a greasy mess under there. Hope you have a great weekend. Bye.